Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another late night here on the East Coast. How y'all doing? Hopefully, you can tell my throat's a lot better. I'm still got the head cold, but my throat's better. My back's, feeling pretty good, considering what we've been through lately. And yeah, today was a pretty good day. Very long, busy day at work, but got that out of the way. Came home. Kaylin cooked supper for once. It was a surprise, and it was really good. So that was nice. And then just sat down, watched some stuff, and here I am. I just took my medicine, which unfortunately does make me tired. But I probably have about an hour before it kicks in and sort of knocks me out. So we have a lot to do in Kerbal Space Program. We just had Origami pilot our plane, which was good. We got an aircraft working. We did 2 missions. We flew around the globe a little bit here. I kind of want to wait till morning. I feel like we don't have too long to do that. Just because it's a little bit easier to launch rockets during the day, so we may just. Here's the problem. Kerbal Space Program is a very difficult game to get off the ground. I mean, some of the mechanics are complicated, especially the aircraft, but the issue with getting it off the ground is thus money, right? So we are playing on a hard difficulty, so we're not making a ton of cash. But even so, you do sort of struggle with money in the early game. And, well, have I not taken... Oh, did I load the wrong save? No, this is it. Yeah, perfect. So we still have to take this mission, explore the Mun, which actually is, we just sort of have to fly by the Mun. We don't actually have to land on it. We don't have to orbit it. Although flying by it does sort of mean entering its orbit, but we don't need a stable orbit around it. And then come back and grab some scientific data as well. So you can see in advance we get paid, good chunk of cash. Completion we get paid a lot of money, and then the completions for doing each of these individuals, tons of cash. There's a lot of money, a lot of science to be gotten from this. So what's the catch? I know you're thinking, well, there has to be some sort of catch here. Well, there is, unfortunately. The catch here is once you get all this money, you should have the money to get orbit and land on the Mun. You should have all the upgrades you need. The problem is getting there without that money. So, we can basically only upgrade 1 or 2 of 3 things and still build the rocket. We'll take a look and see how many we can afford. So first off, you need the tracking station upgrade. This is probably going to be the one upgrade we do grab if we grab one of them. Reason being, it will show us patched conics on the map, and I don't know what the DSN power is. I assume it's just sort of like a better satellite, or rather, a larger range on detecting objects. Who knows? But the patched conics is very important because that will allow us to see on the map how our ship interacts with other orbits, essentially. That's important because to get to the Mun, we have to figure out where we're going to meet the Mun, how we're going to sort of, like reach that orbit. It's a little bit difficult. Like, without this, I'm not going to say it's impossible. I'm sure there are tricks to get to the Mun without this, but I don't personally really know what they are. And this isn't even plotting, like, this is not planning. We still can't plan maneuvers yet. To do that, you need to upgrade the tracking station and upgrade mission control. Man, it's so tough here. Sorry, was just trying to stop a coughing fit there. Okay. Well, we avoided that anyway. So, mission control, the upgrade here, a little bit minor, right? All it does is give us 5 more active contracts, which right now is not too big. Later on, that's going to be good for money. Also allows us, if we have the tracking station upgrade, to have flight planning. And that's going to give us our sort of maneuvers, which is great. Okay, so now we figured out how to get from A to B. I'll show you guys what I mean real quick. I need to go to the tracking station here. So once we have a nice little orbit around the planet, that's going to allow us to set up like a little sort of waypoint and figure out, you know, a proper burn so that we can sort of spin our orbit in line and touch up with the Mun. Hey, Magetti. Hey, Origami. How you guys doing? Pardon. The problem here is if we buy these 2 upgrades, which are super important because that's how you navigate to the Mun, we're left with a problem. We haven't upgraded the vehicle assembly building, so we can only take 30 parts with us, which means we need a lean, mean, Kerbal killing machine, or well, you know what I mean. That's right, you don't get to the Mun without stepping on a few bodies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Neil Armstrong stepped on a few Russians on his way up there. Citation needed. I'm just going off memory, essentially. But I think we can do this. I think I can do a 30-part rocket, and that is the question. You know, if you're playing on this difficulty, you have to ask yourself, how good of a player am I? Me, you know, average, right? You know, I feel like I'm pretty good at understanding some of the things, but by no means am I experienced. So we'll just say I'm an average player. Okay. Can I get to the Mun with 30 parts? Maybe. Can I get to the Mun without maneuvers? No. I know there's some people out there that have the knowledge. I mean, I'm pretty sure back in the day there was an old plan. Hey, Yanks, how you doing, man? There's an old plan that was something like if you launch and immediately go east or go towards the sun, if the Mun's at a certain orbit, part of its orbit around the Kerbal, I don't know. You know, that's sort of a little too gamey for me. Although in real life that is sort of how it's done. There's a little bit more put into it, which is sort of where the maneuvers of the game gets into. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play it legit, in my opinion. We're going to grab this mission, get an influx of cash, and we're going to say, you know what? We're going to try and get there and back with 30 parts. Is that a little bit challenging? I love how when you upgrade these 2, how the buildings get a little bigger. That's cool. You know, it's just neat. Just nice. So, how do we make... We have our Ryatsu orbiter here, right? Or, well, we had the Ryatsu orbiter. Let's grab her. Did I never actually... No. Okay, I have it saved. How can we make this leaner and meaner? That's the question. Because what do we know about this guy? This rocket got us to space, and it got us a stable orbit around Kerbin, and barely pulled us back. 30 parts. Gonna put this booster around the moon and back. Yeah. So, to cut down on parts here, some of the tricks we can do is sort of... I suppose we could do a longer rocket. Because every time you sort of go out like this and do the trifecta, which looks really cool. It looks cool having 3 of these guys. It is a little bit harder to control. But more importantly, you're sort of tripling the parts. Whereas we may be able to get away with sort of half as many parts if we just do a straight, very long rocket. So let's go ahead and try that out. Do our best here. Let's get rid of all this, get rid of all that. Let's drop this down to how many parts? 18. It's already at 18. We still have all our science and stuff. We still have our little fins up here. We have a parachute. And we have 3 of the drogue chutes. I don't think that's necessary. We'll keep them for now, though. I would like to land with the science bay intact. If at all possible. If at all possible. Alright, we'll get our decoupler here. And Let's get a thumper on the bottom. And I think we're going to go for another thumper. Although, since we've been playing with jet engines, there is the possibility to try and get up with only jets. I'm not sure though. Like, we don't have powerful enough jets, I don't think, to make that work. Okay, this doesn't look right. Are you upside down or something? Because shouldn't you... Hang on. Something wrong with this guy. Hold up. I feel like the decoupler should be facing down. Because right now it's facing up. Which seems wrong. This is vanilla. Yep, Yanks. We're doing our best there. Let's rotate this guy. No, rotate this guy. Really? Can you not decouple a booster? No, yeah, so having it decouple up does make sense, Yanks. The thing I'm confused about is normally, maybe I just don't have it high enough and it's bugged, but normally this should, like put a little sheath around this part. You know what I mean? Much like we have right here with the engine. You see, it covers that. Maybe it doesn't do that for the solid boosters. I was under the impression it did. I don't know. 22 out of 30. Let's try another one of these bad boys. I know what you're thinking. You're like, whoa, Billy. Whoa, Billy. What a rocket. Shit, sorry. I fucking tickled my own throat by saying whoa Billy too much. That was really weird, actually. Yeah, but I mean, hey, at least we done something. Hope we don't need to turn. Well, I mean, technically you don't need to turn. Okay. You should really be turning right away. You know what I mean? Or sort of. There's people argue about it. I had a wonderful guy in chat the other day that was explaining some tricks to start your turn very early, which is super cool. But me, I've only ever really started turning once I hit space. Now, we're going to play around with it. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if we can figure that out a little bit better. But right now, we only got 30 parts to play with. We're going to try and make it work. You know what? How big can this baby get? Well, not much bigger, really, because it's so heavy. I don't think it can really sustain itself at this point. But let's try some shenanigans here, shall we? Let's try and do that that turn. And we don't have nose caps on this, actually, because I think this first stage is going to be a little rough. I really do. In theory, we don't even need to decouple these. I don't know if you're allowed to just attach the boosters like this. Seems a little cheeky. Perhaps a titch cheeky. We'll see. Maybe we'll try doing the trick here. Setting this guy to like 99. So since this guy is thrusting slightly slower, we should just gradually lean over to the left there. Got some extra parts. Let's try and get some little winglets on here, some fins help out. Probably just a winglet, I think. Let's see, center of mass is about there. Okay, not too bad. We want our winglets kind of here. That should help. Where's our aerodynamics? Way forward right now. I mean, I could try and disable these wings. We're not actually going to need these when we hit outer space, so... Maybe we just go with like 2 of the winglets instead of 3 of the fins. And we'll throw them further down here. I wonder if it's worth just throwing one there, seeing how low that gets. That's a lot closer. Okay, we'll try this. This will be the Ryatsu Orbiter Mark III. You still got 3 parts left, technically. I want to try this out, though. I'm a little worried. So all 3 of these rockets are going to launch at the same time. And then, of course, we decouple here. And I'm going to go ahead and just have this fire off at the same time. Decouple and fire off. And by this point, hopefully we're in outer space, so we'll see what kind of shenanigans we deal with at that point. I mean, we could actually throw another parachute on here. You know, that's sort of how good we're looking. Could even throw an antenna. Oh, we do have an antenna. Maybe we look into throwing on a better parachute. We'll just throw 2 of the good parachutes instead of the drogues. I honestly don't know which is sort of better. But I assume it's sort of better to have the radial mount parachutes. They're much more expensive, but, you know, it's the idea. I really want all this stuff to land intact. It would be ideal. Caps for extra parts. Oh, true. Yeah, that would help our ascent a little bit here, yeah. Okay. I think we might be able to make this work. It's crazy how we took, like... Can we just do a quick look here? This is the Mark II. It's so crazy how we go from such a condensed little beautiful ship. Honestly, this looks great. This is really what you want to see. Into just a beast. Like, what is this? It's a monster. Oh, we don't need to... Okay, we could put landing struts on. Maybe landing struts is going to seem a little bit like overkill. I do want to stress, though, I don't want to lose any of the science that we're bringing. But this should slow us down enough. Deploy shielded, what? It's kind of cool. Well, we can try it. This has to go to the MUN, yeah. Let's make sure everything's good. Excellent, excellent. Perfect. Let's try it out. Who's going to be our lucky pilot? Technically, Origami's our best pilot. But he's really good. He's proven himself in the airplane. I think Fox is going to take this one for a wheel. See if she can get to the MUN. And hopefully back. Alright. Let's see what we do here. Now, I do want to play with mods, Yanks. I played with mods, like, you know, a couple years ago when we played. Had a really good time. But I never really got... The farthest I've got is Minmus. I've done the MUN. I've landed on it. I've never really got a rover there, but I've landed on it. And I've orbited Minmus before. So that's sort of the extent of my Kerbal knowledge. I just have a lot of fun messing around with the game. I find it very enjoyable, very relaxing. Oh, did my stream die? No, we're good, okay. Sorry, Twitch says that my my bandwidth dropped. Or my bit rate. But, I seem to be okay. Alright, Foxy. Best here, okay? You just gotta go straight up for right now. So far, so good. We have a launch. I like this. The solid fuel is draining really quick. But the good news is we're not reaching that 200 meters a second. At 200 meters a second, we do start feeling the sort of drag of the atmosphere and all that kind of crazy cool stuff. Wind resistance, blah, blah, blah. And what specifically we're being dragged down by, I like to call it the atmosphere. I'm sure there's a much more interesting and technical term. And that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you can see it right there. That's our drag. That's fine. Stage 1 complete. Let's keep going here. Keep going, Fox. We can do this. We can do this. And because we have... Actually, you know what? We're doing really good for fuel here. And we are going to need this guy for sure. Okay, well, we're doing a lot better for fuel than I thought we were going to be. Which is excellent. It's, I know we don't have a lot of turn, but let's see if we can turn this a little bit. Try and maybe get towards that 45-degree mark here. Okay. We're veering off just a titch. If I can pull that back. Alright, looks good to me. Let's see how we're doing. I mean, that's an excellent apoapsis. We're good. We done it. In fact, I didn't need to worry at all, really. Here's our 90. Oh no, that's 90 over there. What? There's a 90 right there. A little bit confusing. My bad, everybody. Here's where we want to be, right about this mark. We're gonna have a beautiful orbit. I mean, I should be doing this at the apoapsis, but what day? We got tons of fuel, and we have the ability to figure out. Oh, there she is. We have the ability to set a maneuver, which is really what I'm looking for here. Okay. Let's detach here. We should have plenty of fuel left over. It almost might be worth reverting to use that sort of final bit of fuel, but that's okay. Can I warp to here? Thank you. Sort of aim right here at our apoapsis. A little bit ahead, and we'll just start our burn real quick. Ooh, we should have plenty of fuel to do this. That looks good. So once we get a stable orbit, we'll figure out our maneuver, try and get to the Mun. Like, our fuel's already... It's getting a little crunchy here. Really should have saved that last booster. That's okay. That's okay. Because once you get the space, you don't actually need that much fuel to get anywhere. Which is nice. May need a little more fuel than half a tank, though. Hard to say. Okay, here's our parry. Wait till he hits like 270 as well. Great. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to start here at the apoapsis-ish. Add a maneuver. And we want to try and sort of slingshot our way towards the Mun here. It's hard to do these maneuvers like zoomed out, unfortunately. There we go. Now it's working. Something like that. Okay. So this is fine. Now we just need to... Let's see. Are we over it? Hey, we're pretty good, actually. This is pretty close for an orbit. So if we do this, we could literally just go around the planet enough, and eventually we would sort of bump into the Mun. But we could try moving it slightly and seeing how that affects things. I mean, we could go the cheap way. Which is just spin around for a while until you have a contact and then come back home. Maybe we do that. So this is the delta V we need. 43-second burn. Alright. Okay, we have to burn for 43 seconds. Starting in... kind of like right now. Okay. We'll very quickly find out if we have enough fuel. Was this not my, Oh, that... Oh, shit. My bad. That's where it was supposed to be burning, I think. Let's find out. Was it this one? Or is it that one? Okay, turns out we need to revert the flight there. I focused on the wrong thing on the wheel. I think we could have made it, but it was going to be a little sketchy. And we might be able to throw a couple extra rockets on this guy. I don't know if I really... Nah, we should be okay. Alright, let's try something like this. Toggle our SAS, we'll get launching. And, I mean, speeding up time is always dangerous. As you, yeah, this is why. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. It's definitely kind of ideal. Yeah, you almost never want to speed up time because the physics of the world just freak out. But that's alright. Alright. We might need to revert because of that, but... you know, no harm, no foul. Yeah, it's all wonky now. Shit. I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to revert that one. I was feeling pretty good about it. Okay, got this all moved up nice. It doesn't take too long to reach space, so I still wish you could speed this up somehow. See what it looks like for little Fox here. I mean, she's doing good. She's hanging in there. The antenna's causing a little bit of drag. Maybe we should have left it behind, but I do want to be able to communicate with Kerbin. I mean, we have a pilot, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue, but, you know. If you're able to, might as well. It's so hard to turn this thing. I'm just holding down the D key, desperately trying to veer just a little to the right. Not having it. I think we could probably do it with another rocket or two. Just like right at the start. You know what I mean? Just throw like 2 more attached to the main body there. I think that could be okay. Before Fox stuck in orbit around the Mun. I mean, that'd be interesting. We definitely try and save her. That's one thing I wish I still had was my life support mod, but what can you do? Right. I think we're free to start aiming a little further towards 90 here. We still do want to be gaining in height on the apoapsis, but if we could get our complete orbit done with just the booster, that'd be ideal. I don't think we will, but if we had a liquid fuel booster and I was able to save this till later, might have been able to. This looks a little better than last time, though. It could just be we need more fuel for the final stage. Going to the moon, we're trying, Rudy. We're trying. Really should have dropped that weight a little bit ago, but we weren't changing any of our velocity at all, so it's fine. Hey, thanks, Yanks. Appreciate it, man. Little bits go a long way. Fly me to the moon. Yeah. I love... I have to say, Bayonetta is one of my top 10 games. It is incredible. And they do have a Fly Me to the Moon cover on that. Not to denounce Frank Sinatra. He's obviously an incredible artist. But the Bayonetta version is very enjoyable. And it's just nice when you can hear a little bit of classical music, because normally the remix, right, the new version of that classic song that everyone's grandparents listen to, is very different. It's normally much more upbeat, but it's very similar, which is enjoyable. I hate to say it, I really do feel like we need more fuel. Now that could just be bringing a bigger fuel tank to this stage. I think that's legit. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're okay. This might just be fine. Let's add a maneuver here. And we do know about packaged conics, so it's not... Ooh! Okay, we're getting in orbit with somebody here. Who are we getting picked up by? The sun. Turns out I'd rather not be grabbed by the sun just yet. We're actually slingshotting off the Mun here, I think, is what's happening. So if we rein back a little bit... No, it doesn't look like... Oh, shit. Well, I think we're going to go for something right about here. And we're just going to sit in a nice, stable, comfortable orbit and just wait until we reach the Mun. It's the boring way, but we don't have the parts or the fuel or the, you know, this, the that, the other thing. So I think for right now it's okay. Otherwise, again, we're just going to extend the fuel tank for this stage, add 2 more boosters, and I think Fox is going to be A-okay and looking dandy. So, okay, this is my marker. That's what I'm aiming for. We reach the node in 1:35, so we have a 45-second burn. It's most efficient to sort of, if you could do all of your burn at the apoapsis or at the sort of the point, that would be the best. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do all of it within a second. So we're going to try and do about 13 seconds before, just to leave a little bit of human error in there. Want to warp a little bit closer. Alright, so when this is 13 seconds, we're going to fire up the engines and pray we have enough fuel. Oh, shit. Oh. Turns out I messed up. Well, we're still getting pushed there. Damn it. I accidentally hit the next stage. We were so close. So close! It like wasn't like going fast enough because I forgot we had the little terrier. Derp. That was my bad. Alright, well let's just go ahead and add the fuel anyway, because we have 2 parts left. Oh, we're right on! Okay, well these do nothing. But we have no control at this stage in the game anyway. Might as well just like not even pretend with them. We now have a bigger fuel tank. No, this is it, eh? I don't know, hang on. What's this? That is the T400. Yeah, I am a spaz, yeah, you guys know that. Alright, a little bit more weight for every stage. So if we could get 2 more solid boosters. You guys know what I'm thinking, right? Thinking, no, Lobster, you're crazy, man, don't do that. Yeah. It's the only way. We're 1 part over. Surely we could get by with 1 less parachute. Surely. So where do we do all our turns, really? We actually do all our turning at this stage. So we may as well get really the wings on this stage. So I mean that's perfect. If I could get rid of 1 of these. Alright, let's do 4 extras here. You know what? I'm feeling this. Hang on, I know it's crazy. I'm feeling this. I mean, I feel like that's science, right? That's how science works. I don't even want to know what's gonna happen right now. I think I learned about this in science class. You put a little bit more thrust on the one side, you're gooch. You're gooch. Alright. Let's get everything all nice and neat. Do I want these separate? Yeah, because that's where we do those shenanigans. Perfect. Alright, Fox, hold her steady. Oh! Well, it turns out I put it on the wrong side. Uh-oh. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone! Did this just accidentally become perfect? What's going on here? Anyway, I need it on this side, turns out. And let's check this out. This guy's only going to fire at a thrust of 72. I just crunched those numbers real quick, mentally. So, we're going to see how well the old mentals play out. I also might have put it on the wrong side again. Because I want this turning that way? Yeah, it looks good. Perfect. Alright, SAS. Oh, look it! Okay, I'm feeling good about this. We got a slow turn. Maybe it could stand to be a little slower. That's okay. That's okay. Got a nice angle going up. Now, there is one problem here. This thing's going to burn out of fuel after everybody else, which means when we detach, this whole mass of rockets is going to keep flying towards us. Does that worry me? I don't know. A little bit. A little bit. Ooh, okay. Alright, she's gone. She's, that's okay. Don't worry about it, Fox. We tested for that. That was in the plan. Goodbye, China. Turns out, might lose you. Alright, unfortunately, we're wasting a little bit of our stuff trying to turn here. Get back there. Get back there, you goose. Go a little further this way. That's looking good. That is looking good, gentlemen. Where are we ending up here? Nice. This is a good apoapsis. All right, we're out of fuel. We're going to detach. And we're going to do the clever thing, which is, you know, you wait till, say, here. Just curious, what do you mean by no upgrades? Hey, Pi. The no upgrades is we only have 30 parts to get to the Mun. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford the good stuff. I also don't have like that much science because we're playing on like a super hard difficulty, so we have a lot of penalties to our science and this, that, and the other thing. Okay, I'm liking this one here. We're going to fire it up in just a second. And now. Oh, fight it, Fox! You got to pull it closer to that 90 mark. Not too close. Okay, yeah, you can pull it closer than 90. Fight it. I know you're not like a super good pilot yet, but you're getting there. Getting there. We also don't have any you know, proper SAS modules or Kerbals with any of the good stuff. We do, though, have access to maneuvers. We didn't have that at the start of today, but we did manage to purchase that in time. It was excellent. A little closer to 90 if you could. Oh, perfection. Okay. So this is looking good, though. All we got left is our little Terrier. But we have twice the fuel we had last time. Granted, we have a little bit more mass, but, you know, that's not the end of the world, right? It's not going to spoil the potatoes. Oh, she's a nimble beast. All right, excellent. Get the old apoapsis and see how we're doing. Now, I gotta say, Pi. Is Pi okay, or do you prefer P? But I'm by no means a Kerbal expert. Years ago, I did manage to reach the Mun, and I've gotten an orbit around Minmus before, but that's sort of the extent of my Kerbal capabilities. Also, I'm sick. I don't normally sound this, you know... I mean, I like to believe when I'm sick that my voice actually sounds like half decent, like it's a little bit lower and bassier, maybe a little husky, but realistically I have a terrible voice, so don't get too attached to this. I kind of figured it was like the number. I really enjoy the song Pie by Hard and Firm, actually. What a nice band. And then they're all like, just all these kids talking about math, and then it's like, fat kid comes out and he's like, did anybody say pie? It's like, oh, Steve. And then like song kicks in, you're like, oh god. What? The poor children. Alright, let's do this. All we want to do is just chill right there. That looks good to me. Okay, so we have to... Oh, yeah, we got to start our burn right now. And we are burning completely the wrong direction, which... Par for the course. Par for the course. Wasn't paying any attention. But that's okay. We got plenty of fuel. Got enough fuel to make a small mistake. Or two. Or three. There she goes. It's unfortunate we're not going to reach the Mun. We're probably going to have to spin around a few times. That's okay. Could be worse. And the nice thing about using the Terrier engine is even if you are making mistakes, like, they're microscopic compared to any other engine. When you have, like, the big boy engines, you know, spinning around in a circle for 30 seconds is like a massive waste of resources. And we stop our burn in now. So we're pretty much there. It's good enough. I mean, all things considered, mistakes were made and all that. So we should just be able to actually put this into sort of super speed and cry as we miss the Mun. Look at her go. We could chase after it, but it's not really worth it. Much better Fox just slowly goes. Oh, you know what? Let's extend the communications. We don't want Fox to ever get lonely. Oh no, no, like this. Perfect. And we gotta be careful I don't accidentally blow up the planet, which I have done before by going a little too fast in outer space. It happens. It's a little annoying. This is just under 140,000. That's okay. Now, if we extended this orbit, we could actually make this orbit sort of longer and more in line with the Mun, at least for a chunk of it, which would give us a slightly better chance of meeting it. Or we could, you know, drag our periapsis all the way down so we have a chance of meeting it twice. That's okay. We're not in a rush. You know, unless our contract can expire. And then we're very much in a rush, actually. Turns out. But I don't think this expires for a little bit yet. Oh, there she is. Excellent, excellent. Now, we don't actually want to slingshot by the Mun here. I know that seems cool. But that's not my exact intentions here. What we really want to do is sort of reel this back in. Just a titch. Okay, good. We're going to sling. Alright, let's just cancel this maneuver for right now. I forget how you cancel a maneuver. Delete, maybe? Oh, there it is. Alright, maybe we plan our maneuver, say, here. We just want to loop on back, see if we can make our way back to Kerbin. Okay, there's an orbit around the Mun. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, no. Okay, we're going to try something different. Let's try it after we start our slingshot. This way. Because we do have to meet the Mun. Like, that's sort of the goal here. If we don't actually bump into the Mun, we're going to have a bad day. Oh, okay, hang on. This is looking good to me. That's a landing. Not a perfect landing, but it is a landing. We'll take it. I like this one. So in 5 hours, 42 minutes, and 18 seconds, Fox is going to be allowed to start trying to get back home. We're just going to speed up time a bit. And we'll see if we can get an actual visual on the Mun as we get closer. Oh, I love the music when you finally get to space. There it is. Do you see it, Fox? Look how happy she is. Can you actually see it? There it is! It's incredible. There's nothing quite like it. We've officially flown by the Mun now. Can we get science like we're at the Mun? Can we pretend? Wait, we can't unlock the service bay? Oh. Or the Science Junior? Well, because we ran out of battery? Presumably. A little annoying. If we, turn our engine on, we should generate some electric charge. You have to assume. Big cheese, yeah. That's the closest we're gonna get for a while, and damn are we close. Oh, looks like we have control again. Yeah, I don't exactly know why it was, Oh, probably because I was speeding time. That's fair. Close those doors. Open the service bay. Check our mystery goo out. Let's go ahead and log the temperature. Turns out space is still cold. Nothing new there, but lots of good science. Fox, what do you think? You got a crew report? Beautiful. You look down at the cold gray surface. Looks really beat up with craters. Interior engines don't have an alternator? Well, we're gonna have a bad day soon then. Hopefully it's not too bad. Maybe we'll throw the antenna back, just sort of, just in case that's draining a little bit of our charge. EVA report, we can't afford that yet, unfortunately. Or maybe we can now. Hang on. Space Center. Can I afford upgrading my Kerbals to have better astronaut gear, which makes sense that it would retroactively affect her? Let's find out. Yes, turns out we can. Do we need this money, though? Because it's like, I'm almost worried about upgrading this. Because I really feel like we could use a couple more parts. Now, we could land on the Mun with this. We have proof of that. We prove we could land on the Mun. It's just, do we want to try and land on the Mun and then get back with the fuel we have? Why not? We're doing pretty good. Fox deserves this, right? Fox has come so far. He deserves to get out and take a peek. What do you think, Fox? What's it look like? Is it scary? I'll bet. Right. Now I need to not push space. Okay, cool. We're back in. We are at our node in 32 minutes. Okay, let's just speed up time, shall we? That's really cool how she follows, like the sort of objective when you put it on. I know there's a warp to your, I forget what it's called. You know, warp to your maneuver button. That's alright. Now, if we miss this window, if we bugger this, Fox is dead. What was it, a 40-second burn, right? We need? 50 second maybe? So we want to go at like the... right now. Oh god. Will Fox make it back home? Shrink, baby! I don't think SAS takes electric charge when you just have a pilot. But I could be wrong. And hey, boo! What a wonderful name. If only it was Halloween. I mean, that's looking like a landing, right? Perfect. It's pretty good for, you know, human error and stuff. It's going to be another few days until Fox is allowed back home, but until then, say goodbye to the Mun, Fox. Say goodbye. Oh, hello. Say goodbye. Goodbye, Mun. Is that Kerbin? That tiny little speck? Is it? Oh no, that's Kerbin. Oh, there's the Mun again. Goodbye. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Oh, dear God. Get rid of it! Well, there goes all our shit. Yeah, that's what I... Fuck me, man. Why do I gotta speed up time? It always bugs out. It always bugs out. Ugh. Always. Every single time I speed up time, the game just breaks. Because, like, it was fine. Like, we could have easily just stopped it right before. Just made a few adjustments so we had a nicer landing. Now that... It was my fault, right? It sucks admitting that, but... Because I did speed up time and I didn't click warp 2 or something like that, which is, like, the easier option. Oh, well. It happened. Interesting. I might not actually be able to load that. Where's this from? I do have a heat shield, boo. Yeah, you just died pretty hard, Foxy. I assume this is exactly where I was. It's kind of weird you can load a persistent save exactly where you are. But we did get the mission completed, right? Because, I mean, I did return. See, I did this, though. I guess because I didn't land, it didn't count. A little annoying, but I can understand that. Okay, well, we just got to do another launch with a new Kerbal, because Fox is hella dead. Yeah, no, I sped up time and you just exploded, because that happens all the time. Last time I sped up time when I played Kerbal Space Program, I was orbiting Kerbin, and so how it works is like when you're below a certain, I think it's if you're below 80,000, you slowly start getting pulled down the Kerbin. So we ran out of fuel, and I had, I believe, Zelphus and Origami in this rocket, and they were just spinning around Kerbin like 100,000 times. And I can't remember if I was trying to land again because I was out of fuel, or if I was just trying to get to the Mun. One of the two. Point is, it was just spinning infinitely at max speed, and then like I guess the rocket crashed with Kerbin, and like Kerbin itself just exploded. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, like the planet was just gone. I couldn't even play the game. So that was kind of cool, actually. I didn't know you could do that. We will have to buy another Kerbal, though. How much are these guys? 77 grand? Holy shit. Can't afford that. The other annoying thing, too, I don't know if you noticed, but they renamed the Kerbals. I had all these names picked. They've all been renamed. I guess it's probably because they get cycled in and out. But, rip. Well, that's one done. Either way, guys, I'm going to take off. I know this is probably a bit short. What was that? It was almost exactly an hour. How do you continue with the whole planet? You can't. You do have to make a new save. But that was a couple years ago, so the game was a lot buggier then. It's still kind of buggy. But it's an enjoyable kind of buggy. But yeah, my medicine's really kicking in, and I'm getting super drowsy. But I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. It's been a little over a week since I had one last. So that's exciting. And I will see you guys then, and hopefully we can avenge Fox. Maybe build a memorial for her on the moon or the Mun. Who knows? But yeah, sorry about that. I do apologize for my lack of health. Not a whole lot I can do about it, of course, but you know, it's not fair to you guys, of course. Either way, take it easy, folks. I'll see you tomorrow, and the Mun. We can do it. We have the rocket. We have the strats. We just need a better pilot because it turns out Fox is kind of bad. Fell asleep at the wheel there. Good night.